What if we have been using this quote wrong for centuries? Do you have a pretty big family?
Not my immediate family. So I grew up in a family of 5, older brother, younger brother, 2 parents. But my family that I'm raising with hubby, we've got 2 kids. So we operate as a family of 4. Now, when I'm talking about my extended family, yes, tons of cousins, tons of aunts and uncles, in-laws. So yes, I would say the extended family is pretty big.
Nice.
What about you?
Yeah, it's me, my wife, and my son. So a pretty small family. And then my mom and dad. And then I have one sister. But then my extended family is pretty large.
Okay. All right. So when you say large, what numbers are you talking about? Like for a family gathering, are there more than 20, 25 people?
Yeah, there's around there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, same. I've got 11 nieces and nephews just by themselves.
Okay.
So yeah, when we get together, it's a party, an immediate party. And that's not even all the rest of the aunts and uncles and extended family. So yeah. All right,
I know.
so,
Next time I get together with them, now feel like I need to count how many are actually there. There's a lot of kids running around, so that's the part that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Hold still, stand in line. I need to figure this out. What does it mean when I say large family? I need to know the numbers.
Exactly.
So we both agree that we have large families, but what makes a family feel big to you? Is it the number of people? Because we agree we've got some numbers behind us when we say our families, but is that what makes you say I've got a big family, or is it the actual closeness that you share with these individuals that makes it feel like you have this big family?
For me, it's like the people that I'm close with. And then obviously when you're in a room and there's that many people around, and everybody in my larger family they're as loud as I am.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's a really
It's a good
loud
time.
space.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
But it is like the difference between interpersonal and impersonal, because there are people in the room that I see once a year. Like I'll go to an event and I'll see them once a year. So I don't know them that well, but
Okay.
they're still a part of the family.
Yeah. And I think I agree with you there. I think that the level of closeness does resonate with me because I think about the people that I build trust with, the people that I would call on for things or pull to the side for something. Those are the people that I'm really close to. And that's those are the images, those faces are what come to mind when I think of family versus it's just kind of a mass sea of folks when I think of just the numbers. But that personalization and that the interpersonal relationships that I have with different people in my family or different people in my life even, that's what I consider, that closeness is what I consider family.
Hello, thinkers.
Welcome to Quote Mining.
The bite-sized podcast where each week we explore where quotes come from by stepping inside.
And shining a light around to see what's buried beneath the surface, see how they shape the way we connect, and whether they hold up in real life.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Leslie.
Some quotes shine immediately.
And some require excavation.
We bring the questions.
You bring your curiosity.
Ready?
Let's start mining. So today's quote is, "Blood is thicker than water."
It's the quote people reach for when loyalty is tested.
Relatives are more important than friends. If 2 people needed help, the relative would win over the friend. Family loyalty comes first. That's how we use this quote today. That's how we understand the quote today, that family loyalty comes first.
And I was reading about it this morning, and some sources claim there's a longer version. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which kind of flips the meaning of it, where the chosen bonds are more important. But other historians dispute the origin. Either way, it raises the question, do we treat family as automatic loyalty or something earned? And why do you think the shorter version became more popular than the longer one?
Even though the origin is debated, I actually love what the longer version forces us to ask, which is, what is real family and can friends be family? And so when you ask, why do I think the shorter version became more popular than the longer one? I think some folks wanted to hold things over our head and say, well, no, I'm your mother. I'm
Yeah.
your sibling, right? Like, you
Yeah.
have to do this for
Yeah.
me because we're family. We're the definition of what family is, without earning that trust and earning the time that they're asking for from your life. So when I think of what is real family, I think it's the people that have earned the trust and the time that you're willing to give them. And if they haven't earned it, then I'm not quite sure if I would consider them family.
That's interesting. And I think there are friends that I'm as close with as I am family members. I do have a hard time with it because I am really close with my parents and my sister. So I kind of do feel like it's like a level playing field because I do have friends as close as they are. Mm-hmm. But it is weird to say like one over the other for me. Like my brain has a hard time making the switch.
Okay. So you're not excluding family members, but
Yeah.
you are adding additional folks into
Exactly.
the circle. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair.
Is loyalty automatic because of biology, or is it built through trust and consistency? I think you touched on this a little bit.
And I would say though that there is an automatic at the beginning, right? I think that there is an automatic in that we engage with folks according to the rules that they have in our lives until proven otherwise. And I think there are times where sometimes you do need to say, you know what? We do share the same biology. However, time has proven that maybe you are not a person that I need to have full access to me and to my life, even though we are considered what the definition is of family, biologically. And I think that's okay.
And I think family relationships are tough. And I think if you have toxic people in your life, it's damaging you and your future. And I even think about once I got married and had a child, I feel more protective of them in terms of what people to bring around Winston, or like what types of relationships are going to be important.
And I think that's the part where building trust and consistency, right? When you say, hey, I'd prefer this not to be a part of my kid's life. And they say, okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
Let's figure out how to continue to have this relationship. Or if they choose not to respect that, then that does kind of redefine the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think intentionally we're kind of forced to do that in most of our relationships, is figure out, do I have a reason to trust you? And if you've given me a reason not to trust you, especially if it's consistently, we've got some redefining that we have to do. When does family first become healthy commitment? And when does it become an obligation?
This is really interesting to me because I like healthy commitments. I hate feeling obligated to do things. My brain can't handle that anymore. I think it might be my age, or maybe I'm just becoming a cantankerous old man. I don't know, but I like healthy commitments in a relationship, but I don't necessarily. I think it's because society is so busy and people are so busy. We're running from one thing to the next. So to be forced into obligations just feels like another job. It doesn't feel like a relationship that was built on trust to me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm being forced into this. Like that doesn't feel.
I think it yields resentment. And if the relationship is yielding resentment, then there's other issues that start bubbling, right? Because you're like, I didn't even want to be here in the first place. Which definitely will speak to the health of the relationship overall.
Exactly.
If that happens continuously. Now, don't get me wrong. I think there are times when I have to show up for my mom. She's getting older. And sometimes it does feel like an obligation. But because it's far and few that it feels like that, she's got enough reserve in the bank with me in terms of building into our relationship that I'm like, I'm going to show up for you, even though I don't feel like it, even though this does feel like an obligation. And I'm not going to hold it over your head because there's plenty that you did for me over the years.
Absolutely.
Probably so obligated to do.
Exactly.
So I'm willing to do this one and take it for the
That's the one
team.
thing with like parents is they didn't want to do all that stuff. They did obligations for you. Well, and that's like for Winston. I do
Yeah.
things for him I don't want to do, but
Yeah.
I do them, and
Yeah.
it's out of obligation. But I guess it's where is the line? I don't know where the line is, honestly.
But I think we find it, right? Like, even
Yeah.
though we can't name the line, we oftentimes find the line. And that's when we're like, this feels like more of a heavy burden than I'm willing to bear. And something has to change. If blood is thicker than water, which relationships in your life have truly earned their place?
I have like one of my best friends. He's friends from high school. I would consider him as close as a family member.
Yeah.
Just because we have spent so much time together, and like he probably knows more about me than anyone else. And so like just the connection that we have and the conversations we've had over the years.
Yeah. I have a few friends that are like that. And I hold them close enough where my kids call them aunties because they are my sisters. They are my chosen sisters. I don't have any biological sisters, but they are my chosen sisters. And it honestly took Oscar quite a while to respect and appreciate what I already knew about them, right? Like I already knew. No, they're going to be here. So they were here before you got here. And, you know, if anything happens to you, they're going to be here after, right? Like these are my people, my chosen folks. We've been through the fire together. And he understands that now, but it took him a long time to recognize that those folks earned the right to be called my sisters. And he loves them as much as I do now, but it took him a long time to get there because he didn't understand that. And nor did he have that same relationship with his friends, right? So his family he held like that, but there was a clear divide between family and friends for him. And I am one of those folks that early on, and even the way I was raised, there were folks in my parents' life that I understood. They weren't biologically related, but they were family. And so because that was normalized for me, it was easy for me to extend that in my own life and appreciate friends just as much as I do family.
There's also some friends that I wish they lived a little bit closer. They were Aaron's friends in college, and they live in Chicago, actually Naperville, but like
Chicagoland.
Chicagoland. But when we go visit them, it's so relaxing to visit people that you're close with. You can't say anything that's going to offend anybody. You can't say they already know I'm a crazy person.
Yeah.
So there's no airs.
Yeah.
I like that type of relationship. I can say whatever I want. I'm a kind person anyway, but I can say whatever I want, and I don't have to worry about what somebody's going to be thinking about me.
Because they've chosen you, right? There's no obligation there. They've chosen you. So you know that the relationship has been built on you being able to bring yourself authentically without question.
Yeah. This has been Quote Mining. Some bonds are inherited, others are chosen. We don't just repeat quotes,
We examine them because words matter.
but meaning matters more.
This has been Quote Mining.
Until next time,
Don't just repeat the quote,
question it
test it.
and keep mining.